Alrighty, and we are live. Let's see, get this thing up. Do. See if I can get this thing right. Do. My channel. We're live. Okay, mute. What you say, Polar Bear? You want on the panel tonight? Hey, Nate, you want on the panel? Yeah, Puller, you were first. Getting all this set up. Kind of a little running behind tonight. Hey, Peeper. What you say, Miner? Oh, Lordy. What you say, Trax? Hey, Trax, you want on the panel? Got you there, Puller. What you say, Jimmy C? Got you there, Nate. Hey, Trax, you want on the panel tonight? All right, Puller. Appreciate it. All right, let me get you. Let's see. I have to make this all capital. Dadgummit. All right, give me a second there, Trax. I got to try to figure this stuff out. New conversation. Trax. And paste. Enter. There you go, Trax. I sent you the link. All right. Get that back up. Get that back up. Hey, Captain. How you doing? Hey, Hot Rod. I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I just been running my butt off all week, and it's slowly starting to catch up with me. What you working on, Captain? You know how it is. Get busy doing stuff. You just keep rocking, and all of a sudden your body just says, whoop, put on the brakes, slow down. Let's see. Cool. Hang on a sec, Cap. I got to do something real quick. Conversation. Why in the world is it not showing up? Okay, never mind. Hold on. Cancel that. Give me a second, y'all. Let's see. Let's try it this way. Paste. There you go, Captain. Had to find the right one to send it to you. All right, what I miss in chat? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. This has been a day. I was out there messing with the fat cycle a little bit after I went to town and bought some bolts. Got the motor bolted back down. Started working on getting everything lined up. Already got the back chain from the jack shaft to the rear tire. Everything on that's finished. Started to look, see, and I've got enough chain to go from the drive pulley or the drive sprocket to the top of the jack shaft and just rolled. All I got for that top straight piece. And I was like, oops, that's not going to fit. So I got to wait and go buy some more 40 chain next week. I was like, man, alive. I need that one little short piece that was left over after Johnny cut his piece for his chopper, and it's in Nate's. I could have made it work with 2 master links, but it is what it is. Oh, what you say, Trax?
How you going?
Hey, it's going. Hey, Mix Mowers, how's it going, man? Oh man, what a day! What you working on there, Trax?
It's just the Mrs. TTR, mate.
Oh, you got it covered up to keep dusting off from getting all over it, huh?
Yeah, I had the courier went past and pulled up down the road. Didn't drop anything off. I was hoping the choke cable was going to be here.
Oh, that would have been nice if it was.
Yeah, but no luck, unfortunately.
All right, Miner, have a good one. Hurry back if you can. What you say, Captain?
How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I was looking. Let's see, where the heck was I on? I don't remember if it was Let Go or Craigslist. Either one. Both of them's like a toy maker's wish book. But they had a TTR on there, but it was $125, and they wanted $400 for it because they said it had lost compression.
Yeah. So this one's a 125 as well. Tractor TTR. I paid $1,500 for it, but it was in really good nick. 2009 model.
Yeah. But I was looking at it, I'm like, it looked like it was in too good a shape for the price they wanted, and I started reading. It said lost compression, and they couldn't get it to crank back up. So I'm like, it could be something simple, or it could be a whole overhaul on that motor.
Yeah.
I said, nope. Captain, you like me. Looks like you could use a nap.
Oh, yeah. I've had it with this day. I'm like, nothing bad has happened. I'm just
Holland's kicking your butt.
I did a live stream earlier for like an hour, and I was just like, back.
Yeah, I was on there for a little bit.
I was just like, I was trying to freaking maintain focus, and I started yawning and things. And I've tried slurping coffee and freaking eating sugar, and no, none of it's working. So I'm like,
good Lord,
screw this. I want to go back to bed.
Old car guy, how you doing?
Old car auto guy, how you doing?
Hey, Mixed Mowers, Hot Rod, Old Car Guy.
Making tracks. What the hell's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Captain, my brother?
How's how's the Ute doing? Tracks, you got the brakes and all sorted out on them?
Yeah, got the new lines on and did 2 lots of bleeding on it, but I think I might need to do a 3rd lot of bleeding. The brakes are, I'd say the brakes are about 90%, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more out of them. So
let me guess, you think it's got an air bubble hung somewhere? It's not letting go.
Yeah, I think so. So I've been driving it to work for the last for this week since I got them back on, and I'm just hoping that it might free that bubble up and bleed it one more time and see if they don't get just that little bit better.
Heck yeah! What you say, Craig? Hey, Lonesome. Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy C.
If you got a chance, or if you got the tool, they make a thing that hooks onto your brake line, and you hook up with a air compressor that actually blows through, but it don't blow into the air into the brake part. It actually like forms a little vacuum to pull fluid through, and it pretty much forces air bubbles out of your brake line. But you got to make sure you keep that master cylinder full when you do it.
Awesome. How you doing?
I think a mate of mine at his workshop's got that, so that might be last resort.
Yeah, it might be something to check in about if you can't get it out on this next one, and they still feel a little spongy. Try that and see if it'll pull the fluid through and force that air bubble out.
Yeah.
Remember, if anybody wants a sticker, you have to send me your address.
You got mine, Captain.
That's not good enough. I don't know if I have yours or not. I still ain't got your envelope yet.
That's what's pissing me off, to be honest with you, because I sent it out with everybody else's, and everybody else has theirs now. The only one I hadn't heard from is Brad's workbench.
Jay, supposedly, my friend Anthony got my shipment of stickers, my other shipment of stickers. I got 2 recently, okay? I used some of my birthday money, and I went and I got 2 shipments of stickers. This is over a $70 investment in stickers.
Good Lord.
Yeah, give me a break. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So they sent them to the wrong place because for some reason my address wasn't the default address on the frickin' on my account. Give me a break. That's totally their frickin' fault, and their system should work way better than that. But whatever, not a problem. Anthony sent me the stickers. Now, I ain't seen them yet. I don't know what the hell's going on with this freaking post office here, but this is just another freaking example of why I want to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, this place is a freaking disaster, dude. I hate this area. And like most of the people that I've known over the years, they've lived in this area and they're just like, they just, no, but never again. They move out and they're like, never again. No, screw that place. And they're freaking like flipping the bird the whole way that they're freaking taking off. You know, they're just like flipping everybody off behind them as they're going. Goodbye. Opening bridges, blowing them up while they're going. Bye.
What you say, Second Chance Mowers? I think that's the first time I've seen you in here.
Yeah, same. I just put that in there. I haven't seen Second Chance Mowers before.
Let's see.
How you doing, buddy?
Time to go check his channel out and see what he's got.
Oh, 8,782 subscribers.
Whoa,
big
time.
Woo.
Heck yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. I've
been trying to put some of the less successful, I guess you could say, YouTubers that are like-minded in the Hangout, in the Google Hangouts there. Yeah. I've been trying to put a few of them in there recently. That some of them are they're good people and they've got good coverage in certain communities and stuff, but they have a lower subscriber count. So I've been trying to stuff those in the comments. Like they're well known in the community, but they have lower subscriber counts. So I'm trying to, promote some of those people too.
Heck yeah.
Trying to find decent ones that, people will pay attention to, say, oh, I don't know about that person. Oh, let me check it out. And,
Exactly. Promote the small channels and get them the view time they need to actually start coming up and try to make it a little bigger. Me, I'm just trying to make it day by day. If I get bigger, that's fine. If I don't, that's fine too.
Yeah, we all gotta go over and support dudes like Harvey Spooner and Musty One. No, I'm joking. No, those are great dudes. Both of those guys are super spectacular, fantastic people. I've met both of them personally. I shook their hands. I slapped stickers in their palms. They're great guys. I partied with those dudes. They're awesome. I hope that every one of us actually gets a chance to meet them someday.
Yeah.
I met them up at the U Dizzy hot dog party last year. I met Musty One there. I had already known Harvey Spooner. Harvey Spooner actually came and picked me up and took me up to U Dizzy's place, and we all freaking partied before. That was pretty cool. So that was a different time, though. Yeah.
What you say, BS Small Engines? How you doing?
You got to figure, I live a hop, skip, and a jump right down the road from those guys. They live, like, Harvey Spooner lives close to New England. Musty One lives in New England, and U Dizzy's like an hour away from me. So, go figure. I'm like right around the corner from those guys.
Heck yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd love to go up there and hang out with Musty One for a day, because he makes some awesome videos. And showing people how to fix stuff easily and all. Yeah, I like that.
You really would like to hang out with Musty One. You would love all three of those guys. These dudes, Musty One, U Dizzy, and VW Nut. You would love those dudes. Harvey Spooner, you'd probably like him too.
I'd love to have a day in just his yard to walk around and be like, I want this, I want this, I want this.
Walk around the horde and be like, hey Harvey, can I do some picking?
Be like, hey Harvey, can you donate to a smaller channel?
You know what? He does do trades once in a while. He does sell things once in a while, and he does do trades once in a while. But I don't want to promote that because he doesn't do it very often. Okay,
I've seen it happen twice, and I've been watching all of them for like 3 years or so.
I've been watching.
Musty One traded him one bike to get, or traded him, I think, 2 bikes to get one other bike or something, or vice versa. Traded one to get 2 or something that wasn't working.
Musty One, Harvey, and U Dizzy, they all trade frequently. It's about every year or so. Harvey and Musty and U Dizzy will trade different things. They got going on. Harvey very much goes and gets his own stuff, though. Most of the time, we see this in his videos. He gets crazy amounts of stuff. Some years, and some years he doesn't. I've been watching him for a long time. I've been watching him probably 6 years now. Okay.
What you say there, Batman?
And
yo, Batman, what's up?
It's the same thing with U Dizzy. I've been watching him for a long time, and Musty One as well.
Yeah.
So I've been around. So but yeah, I see those guys trading off pretty regularly. Batman, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I've been subscribed to all of them for a long time.
The other day.
Yeah.
Dude.
They're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm not
even going to ask what you were doing with them in the kitchen.
I'm going to start buying.
I don't want to know myself.
I'm going to start buying pairs of needle nose pliers and just leave them in every drawer of my house from now on. Every time I got a spare few bucks, I'm just going to go on eBay and be like, there we go. I'm going to buy another pair. Send me another one. Nope. Oh, nope. There's $5 over there. Okay, we got it. Send me another one.
Heck yeah. What's
It
going
looks
on,
like
Junkyard Welding?
See, y'all guys got like vehicles and you go to stores and things. I don't have a vehicle and therefore I don't get to go to stores. Not very often, at least. You know?
Junkyard, I'm doing pretty good. Just been running pretty ragged all week. Been non-stop. Finally sitting down to rest a bit. I figured we'd live stream as usual. My daggum thing, my notifications is way behind. I'm just now getting notifications for videos that dropped like 5 hours ago. I just got the notification where you went live, and that was early today.
Yeah, it happens. But it's part of that whole YouTube, the throttling effect. It's where they slow down certain channels' exposure, or they just eliminate it altogether and put you at the bottom of the list. I'm not even kidding. It happens. You just saw it happen. You just saw it happen.
Because you went live at what, 2?
Something like that, but it very much does happen.
Yeah, all the time.
People deny it and they say, "Oh, this is bullshit." No, it's not. No, come on, wake up. Look at it. Like, you've been looking for that email, for that freaking notification for this video that you've been waiting for it to drop for how long now? And it comes a week later or something. Get out of here. Come on now. You know. Well, no, that's just probably just my email. No, it's not. It's YouTube. Come on, buddy.
Between YouTube and Google, that's crazy.
I'm not talking to just you, Jay. I'm talking to everybody. Wake up, people. This is reality. This is live. This is how things really working. It's not a conspiracy thing. No, it's the facts. And they reserve the right to freaking throttle you whenever they feel like, oh no, we're gonna tone him way out because we think this and this about him. So we don't like him no more. So we're gonna curtail him. We're gonna shove him in the corner and sweep him under the rug. Yeah, all right, get out.
Hey, Kathy.
How you doing, Kathy?
Also said he might try to go live Saturday, I think is what he's saying.
Kathy sent me a thing.
Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, if he can get his computer to work.
Kathy sent me a thing.
There's Matt. El Camino.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
El Camino.
How's the Camino running?
Don't want to talk about it.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Fair enough.
We'll leave it alone. How you doing otherwise?
Been better.
Hey, you got to watch out. Squirrels start throwing pine cones at your head from where you're at.
Looking at all these projects I never finished.
It is the season for pine cone checking.
Yep.
Pretty soon we'll be dropping acorns on you. Before you know it, it'll happen.
I got a bunch of my projects and got rid of them.
I got to come in here and say hi.
You know, I don't know if any of you were tuned in to me a couple of years ago, but actually, when Harvey Spooner came to get me, I actually gave him the engine from my four-wheeler that I had. It was a TRX 400DX Honda. I gave him the engine to it. So.
Hey, Matt, what was that three-wheeler frame you just walked by?
Which one?
The one right there by the golf cart.
This one?
Is that a big red 250 frame?
No.
Or is that a 200 frame?
It's a 200 that I've grafted on a 200X variant onto it.
Okay.
The only reason I said something about that engine that I gave to Harvey, because talking about projects that kind of got rid of, you know, I had to get rid of that project. It was just sitting there doing nothing.
think about doing a cold start on that, Matt?
Yeah, it'd definitely be a cold start. I don't know when this thing's ever started. Never started with me. I didn't even try to start it.
Really? That would be awesome.
I don't know if it runs. I picked it up. Cheap.
What, did you just pick it up?
Whoa.
No, I've had it for a while.
Oh, man, it runs a clutch system over to a rear end. It's got a pulley on the yoke of the rear end. That is cool.
Yeah. Where the drive shaft would normally go is where the driven pulley is.
Heck, I like the way that's set up.
Cool.
I don't know what year it is, but it's an old Harley Davidson.
I was going to ask you that.
Huh?
I was going to ask you that. I was waiting for everybody to give me an open to speak. No kidding.
Those things were built cool.
Is there a one wheel in the front?
No.
It's two? Okay.
Yep.
AMF Harley Davidson, yep.
Yeah.
No, it's a two.
Okay.
The steering wheel looks like a G-string.
My friend's father had a bunch of those things, and they used to do all kinds of crazy stuff with them. And they all had Harley Davidson engines. They were all Harley Davidson golf carts, and they all some of them had the two wheels in the front, and some of them had one wheel in the front.
It's not locked up. I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's what I was when I asked him. I said, "Is it a one wheel in the front, or is it a three wheeler, or is it a four wheeler?" And he said it was a four wheel version. It's the only reason I went and got it. I wouldn't have the three wheeled ones.
My arms are stiff.
Two stroke though, just like everything else. Something that may end up coming to something, and sometimes it may not.
Probably sounds like a moped.
Yeah, well, a mean one probably. I think she's a 200cc. I think. I'm not sure.
Really?
Now a 4-stroke or 2-stroke? I didn't hear what you said.
I believe it's a 2-stroke. I believe. Because it does not have a forward and reverse on the transaxle, or the not transaxle, but the rear end, so it has to be a 2-stroke because it starts it in reverse.
Cool.
That's a big old spark plug for a. It's a big old spark plug for a 2-stroke.
Dadgum.
Sniff it. Does it smell like oil?
A little bit.
All right. Well,
what's the exhaust look like on it? Does it have a?
I mean, look at the port. That's here. This is my finger. That's how big the exhaust is.
Wow. But does it barrel out to a resonating chamber? Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, right there underneath your butt. It's a big one. That's my hand, just on a part of it.
It looks more like a gas tank.
Yeah, that's over there.
Huge.
That's what I'm saying.
Exhaust. Good Lord.
I think it's a 200cc. If I had to hazard a guess, I'm looking for a tag to see if anything says anything.
Is it all stock? I mean, just all the regular, normal parts?
Yes.
What's the Buster?
All right.
I don't really know. Usually they're marked, but I don't know about no.
Looks like somebody cobbled some wires a little bit ago.
Oh yeah.
But that's nothing.
Yeah, the wiring's all goofed up on it, so that's how I don't know if I'd ever.
I have to retrace all the wires and make sure there ain't no bad spots, and maybe do a straight to the starter jump on it.
I don't know. If y'all want to look it up, you're more welcome to.
No, I wasn't trying to criticize. I was just,
Well, I mean,
just saying.
There's the serial number.
It doesn't look original. That's all.
That'd be a cool project to mess with, though, just to get their engine running.
I mean, it's got potential because it's got suspension, but They're little bitty baby like coil springs.
Yeah, but it wasn't hauling a whole heck of a lot of weight though either, if you think about it.
Golf bag,
Well,
maybe a caddy.
My plans for it, because it's got the whole fiberglass body,
Yeah.
is make a kind of like a dump bed on the back, or put some seats in it for like the boys.
Uh huh.
So you're gonna turn it into a ute.
Yep, pretty much.
Heck yeah.
The brakes even work. I mean, gas is kind of rigged up. That is a that's a hose splice that they've got hooked to the gas.
Yeah, I see.
Throttle.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to make stuff work at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it works. That's the thing.
Ain't no shame in my game. I'll do whatever it takes to get it working.
But I love the yellow jumper wire going from the coil over to where the battery would be or whatever.
Yeah, as long as my finger doesn't have to be the jumper wire, okay?
Think the shock's a little gone on it.
Just a wee bit.
Here's my hand. I'm off.
Yeah, I think it could use a new shock.
Just a little jiggly. Hey, man, when I walk across the floor, I'm a little jiggly. Come on now.
I'm a lot jiggly. What's
the gas tank looks good.
Clean?
It looks brand new.
Heck yeah. Maybe somebody was working on trying to restore it or whatever and then just give up on it.
Do you hate Mises to pieces? How many mouse nests is in there?
I mean, it's had its fair share of damage, but it don't look like there's anything in it.
Oh, okay.
What, the air filter?
Yeah, I was looking for something that may tell me the size of the thing.
I'll tell you, man, I don't think there's one car in New England that escapes the ravages of the mouse house. Because
I know.
There have been so many cars and dirt bikes and things that I've gone to look at over the years, and as soon as you open up that air cleaner, acorns, just a bunch of nuts fall right out. I'm like, oh, man, nuts and fluff.
I'll do you one better.
And mice are just like popping right out of it sometimes. Like, oh my God.
I'll do you one better. The exhaust pipe get packed up with acorns and stuff.
Yep.
I think that's what happened to the 14 horse I carried down to Nate's house that we worked on, because that exhaust was pretty well clogged.
Okay, yeah. I've seen cars where they get them started finally, and they're like, "Why is this thing misbehaving and backfiring and just like choking and sputtering? What's going on? How come this thing's misfiring like that? And whatever. There's nothing wrong with this engine." They never looked in the exhaust. As soon as they started up, mice just start freaking blasting right out of the tailpipe. It's like, what the hell? What did you think to look in there?
A flaming furball cannon.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It's a mouse cannon, bro. Well, whatever.
Hey, Matt, Mudster said sometimes on the jug there's a CM number.
A CM number?
Yeah, sometimes there is on the jug.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, if there is, I can't see it.
It's got a cover and all on it.
Yeah, it's all covered up for airflow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Jay, I went to go look at, I was in Iowa when I lived out there, and I went to go look at this Cadillac that was up the street.
Uh-huh.
It's a 1959 Cadillac limo, not the stretch, just little shorty limo, you know?
Yeah.
It's still limo style, and we were like, wow, this is really cool. And like, it said right on the window, on the sign that was on the cardboard sign that was on the window, look around, feel free, look around, go ahead and look through the whole thing if you want.
Yeah.
So we opened it up, we sat in it, you know, we pushed in the lighter, it doesn't work. You know, pushed in the horn, didn't work. You know,
battery's probably dead, or they didn't have a battery in it.
Well, we went under the hood and we opened up the air cleaner. You know, big old snow sled for an air cleaning cover. Cheers, man. That thing was like a 500. But anyway, we popped the cover off, and sure enough, acorns and fluff. Completely packed full. We were like, oh, wow, that's disgusting. Can you imagine? Mouse City. It must have been in there.
No, Mouse City ain't the bad part. Down here, we have problems with squirrels and mice and all chewing on the electrical wires in vehicles.
Oh, yeah, man.
My uncle has got the last year Stingray Mustang, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Sitting under his, he's got a barn and all. He's got it in there. And just about every wire in that car has been chewed out by the friggin' squirrels.
Yep. It happened.
Spark plug wire's gone. The rest of the bunch of wires all chewed up and all. And I'm sitting there like, oh, man. I'm not a Corvette person, but I'm like, oh, man, that would drive me nuts.
Make no sense.
Well,
what don't make no sense?
Trying to if I can get it to do anything, but it don't do nothing.
You got a jumper pack hooked to it?
Yeah, all the thing does is pop. Just clicks.
Something seized up.
I wonder if the starter is not
yeah, the starter might
the
have been.
appendix is not kicking.
Well, there's no appendix. Hold on a minute. It's just belt driven.
Oh.
Hey Jay.
Directly.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Watch this. It's clicking the relay back here. I'm hooking it straight to the starter. I've tried every post. Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Sounds like it's growing, but not spinning.
I mean, this ain't even trying. It's trying to actuate the starter solenoid back here, and the starter solenoid ain't even in the circuit.
That I would have to actually look up and find out something.
Well, for one thing, I got them damn things backwards. Ground's supposed to be over there, but I don't think that's going to make a difference.
Nope.
Try two of them at once.
Woo! I wonder if it's a 24-volt starter.
You call that feller Sparky. Well, Jay.
Two of them at once is going to do it.
The fellow with the Corvette there, did you tell him to get a cat?
Oh yeah, they got a cat now, but they don't take care of all the squirrels. Trust me.
I know. Well,
yeah, don't have an accessory way to start it either. I give up.
That's something we'll have to do a little research up on if we can find some materials on that thing, because that motor's got me interested. You know me, Matt.
My battery may be dead too.
It'd be all right. But you know me, I'm always in the mood for looking stuff up.
I don't know. I try.
A bigger cat. Yep, Polar Bear's got that right idea. Get a bigger cat.
Actually, a 22 rifle works wonders.
If your cat doesn't eat squirrels, get a bigger cat.
Well, I ain't starting before I ain't messing with it. I don't want to mess with it.
Either that or you can eat the squirrels yourself. Some people like them.
Oh, yeah. Fried squirrel's good.
I've never had it. I've never had squirrel.
Yeah, it's a gas model, so I can always hook something else to it.
Yeah.
I heard squirrel's good eating. I heard that marmot's not as good eating because it doesn't taste great. But then again, I don't know if I'd be a fan of wood chip.
Never been through none of it.
Oh, that's interesting. No, I ain't messing with it. It's got a forward reverse switch on it. I didn't even hook that up.
Well, thanks for testing it out just to see what it would do, if anything.
There's the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poor thing. I ain't touched it. And probably, well.
Is that the one that's getting set up for is that the one you were setting up for the 200 3-wheeler motor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, you could make a whole video out of, you know, get a cold start on both of them, fellas.
Trax is having fun with a motor.
It's already in there.
Heck yeah.
But it just stuck everything else. I give up on it.
Trax got a cold start right now.
Another one over there.
The cold start in the middle of summer, though.
My poor buggy. That's probably about the only thing I can do a cold start on. It may start, it may not. It's been sitting behind the house.
What, the hammerhead?
Hey, bring me the keys to the buggy. Yeah, it's pathetic. You'll hate me for where it's sitting.
All you gotta do is get you a little cheap tart from Harbor Freight and throw over it just to help protect it.
Okay.
Pine needles all over it.
Okay, Peeper Don. I've never had squirrel either, and I've never had frog legs. I've had rabbit, but I believe I've only had it one time. I don't even remember the experience, so I'm just gonna say I don't remember. So yeah, I'm gonna
grab my
coat. There are certain things I have.
Ride.
Those are a few. Yeah. Hey, Breezy Bike Shop, how you doing? Yeah.
Hey, alligator's good. I ain't gonna lie. I've had it a bunch of times.
I have not had gator. I think I had gator jerky.
Gator tail's good. Gator legs. There's a lot of meat on that gator besides the tail that people end up throwing away.
Well, yeah, it's a large reptile. Of course, it has a lot of meat to offer.
Stupid pine needles. Pine straws, some of y'all call it.
Yeah, pine straw. Man, we got that stuff real bad up here. Anywhere where there's fir trees. Awful. If you don't keep up with it, it'll just sit there and pile up and pile up and pile up over the years. Some people don't rake it out. It never goes anywhere.
We kind of bounced there.
For some reason, it doesn't deteriorate like normal, like twigs and leaves and things. Just like sits there.
Okay, y'all's gonna be my key.
All right, that works.
I'm gonna mute y'all though. It warms up.
Okay. Trax, are you having a little bit of trouble with that motor?
Me?
Yeah, I seen you pull on it 3 or 4 times.
Oh, this is that one that I got given. I haven't had it running yet.
Have you got the on-off switch turned on to where it'll fire?
I'm just checking for spark now.
Well, you still got to have it on for it to throw spark, or all you doing is pulling it and it's grounding itself to the casing.
Yeah.
The little arrow should point downward for on.
Yeah, still got the on off. It's all pretty sweet. Got to try and find where my spark plugs are.
What's that? A 9-horse Honda?
No, this is the one that we're not sure what size it is. It's got no markings on it.
Show me the case.
I got the
Know where the kill switch is? Show me the bottom of that case. It should have a marking on there. Other side. About where the kill switch is.
On the fuel tank. Yeah, the markings on it weren't real conclusive.
All right, well, hold on. Waiting for the camera to adjust. If I can write, let me get a pen so I can write these numbers down. Once it adjusts to where I can actually see what the numbers say. Camera's not adjusting. It's all blurry looking.
Hang on.
Read the numbers off to me.
Hang on.
Fine.
There we go.
What's that? GCAMT?
HT.
GCAHT.
How are you supposed to check the oil in these? Where's the level supposed to be? Any of y'all know? You supposed to just stick it and check it, or are you supposed to screw it all the way in?
I always screw it all the way in.
Yeah, usually.
What's the numbers there, Trax? What's that? I can't make out what it says.
155.
Yeah.
0665.
0665. All right, what's that above
so
it?
TX
Yeah.
DU.
DU, okay. And it's GCAHT -1550665.
Yep. GCAHT -1550665.
Okay, I'll look that up here in a minute.
EXDU.
TXDU, yeah.
Yep, TXDU.
Should be able to look it up on the Honda site. It should tell you exactly what it is.
Hey, Paulie, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Paulie.
I posted it in the chat. I typed it all down and I sent it in chat. So
I'll look it up here in just a second. What is it? A little bit low oil there, Matt, or you just double check and make sure it's safe?
Well, yeah, it's breaking in, so it's going to use a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
It's about half a quart low in 16 hours. So I don't know if that's normal or not. I guess it would be. We did get pretty rough with it.
Well, when I drank the oil in the fast cycle, I got looking at it. I'm like, I am wondering.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I was like, I wonder what the heck this oil looks like. Drained the oil. Oil looked fine. A little dark, because it's a fresh motor. And it kept draining. I'm like, dadgum, how much is going to come out of it? Because I didn't put but a half a quart like it said to. I'm like, dadgum, I thought it was bringing out more than what it did. And after I drained it all into one container, closed everything up, poured fresh oil in it, poured the old oil back into the container, it filled right back up to the same mark the other one was that I just poured out of it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm good then.
All right, we're full. I don't know what I did with the lid. There it is.
All right, let's see.
I'm sorry, fellas. I watched a funny video earlier today, and it was my friend's video, and he just commented back on my comment that I made on the video, and oh my. That's all I can really say about oh my.
All right, let's see here.
Kind of civilized and free of most of the cussing, at least. Hey. I hear. Oh, you muted. It sounded so nice.
It did.
Oh, it sounds so nice. Oh, I wish I had a pizza, Breezy. Thanks, bud. I like making my own pizzas. I like it. It's always better if I've got some nice stuff. I like making pizzas.
GCAHT.
Oh man, he's hauling. Look at this.
0665.
35. There you go. Monster, how you doing?
Let's see.
We have not planned a dinner tonight, fellas. You guys are all posting what you're eating and things, and I'm like,
I had pizza earlier.
I'm like sitting here scratching my head, like, was it barbecue sandwiches, pizzas, chicken nugget wraps, and bologna sandwich, pizzas again. Oh, come on. You're making me hungry now. I'm going to go make food. Damn it. Look, Polly's all hungry now, too. Later, Polly. Hang on. I'll be back.
That don't tell me nothing. Sorry, y'all. Trying to find out what TracShac's motor is. What you say, Doug? All right, let me look one more spot.
I think I might have to get some oil for that before I go any further. I think the oil might be below the oil level switch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it's got, when you pull it, it's got one spark, and then it doesn't spark again after that. It's either that or I have to clean the contacts on the, pull it apart and clean the contacts maybe. That'll be a job for another day. I don't want to get too dirty. I got to go to work today, so I'll be covered in.
It's looking like it's showing us a GX 200. That's what I'm thinking.
What?
It's showing us a GX 200 Honda.
Okay.
Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is a 5.5. I could be mistaken, though.
It's strange. The 9 horse has got the actual CC stamped on the block, but this that's the only numbers this thing's got so far. But
what about on the other opposite side? Is there any numbers stamped on it on the other side that you're able to find?
Nothing that I've been able to spot.
Okay, it's...
I got in trouble for tearing up the yard.
Uh-oh.
I did some donuts out front.
Uh-oh, she gonna throw you a beating.
She's just mad because she didn't get to go.
Yeah, Trax, everything I'm finding saying it's a 200, a GX200 UT, and it's showing it's for either a sump pump, sludge pump, or pressure washer.
Okay.
But it's looking like either a 5.5 or a 5 or 5.5 motor.
Yep. Yeah, I'll probably, when I get a bit of time, I'll probably tear it down a bit further and give it a good clean up and get that together.
Yeah.
The only problem I got with the bike so far is this.
What's that?
Cage is rattling.
Yeah, just got to tighten them up.
And it's not broke in.
Still surging a little bit.
Yeah. You still smell the new burning off this thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
I rode it enough. He said 5 hours on the thing before you change the oil.
And you got, what, maybe an hour on it?
Yeah, maybe. Probably a couple hours. I like that clutch cover.
Hey, overdrive go-karts, how you going?
Got a little oil filter on it. Oil filter.
Heck yeah. What's that, overdrive?
Huh?
I was saying hey to overdrive go-karts.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just popped in there.
Took my stinking hand off of it. That's what I get.
Just got to reach in there with a little wrench and a little 1/4-inch ratchet and tighten all them little bolts up on the roll cage.
Now the seats even look like they're loose to me. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Only $3,000. Just money, right, guys?
Yeah, it's money that I don't have.
Yeah, I didn't have it either. I financed it.
What's money?
Just have something nice to ride, and well, now it
This
just.
is the other one here, tractor.
Yeah, I like that 9-horse.
Yeah. So that's got the pulley set up on there already.
Looks like it's time to give that thing a bath there, Matt. Looks like
Yeah,
got a lot of pine pollen all over it.
I know it. I did before I parked it, and then it sat back here, and now it's all over the place. I mean, I do like how they put the brake lines and stuff with the, they're braided. They're still braided.
Heck yeah.
I mean, because, look at this sharp bend here where it comes out, goes in the left front wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty nice little setup, but I want to ride it a lot more. And I don't know that I'll even have anything to drive here in a little bit. So, I don't know if we'll even have anything to pull anything with. I'm a little irritated.
It's going to be a fun, easy out job on this one. Looks like the bloody rocker covers bolts snapped off inside the block, or in the head, I should say, not the block.
Oh, man, that's going to be interesting to get out of there.
Tiny little buddy.
Might have to get an ease out.
Yeah.
You might have to drill the center of that bolt and then get a ease out and try to work it out of there.
Yeah.
There's my little toy hauler.
Nuts.
Oh, heck yeah.
See my little eyelets?
Oh, yeah. There you
Heck
go.
yeah.
One right there. There's one here. And then these are 4x8 sheets, by the way. So just give you an idea. There's one there. And then there's one up there. Then I'll walk over here. Of course, I got my new LED tail lights. And let's see. One here.
Uh-huh.
One in that corner. There. And there.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll probably put, let's see, the center's kind of without anything. Probably want to put one more here and here. Maybe two in the center as well. I don't know.
Is that mobile home axle?
Well, how the hell do you haul your horses around?
Oh, God.
What you say there, Nacho Dads?
Hey, Nacho.
It does have trailer brakes, too, and they do work.
Yeah, but is
that wire them up.
Is that mobile home axles or just heavy duty trailer axles?
Yeah, well, it was a camper trailer is what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. I should say because I got a couple mobile home axles I thought about making a trailer with, but I think I'm just gonna sell them and build me some different axles to go on it.
That's what it looks like to me. It looks like mobile home axles underneath. This is 18 foot 8 inches from the front of the bed, not the tongue, not counting the tongue, from the front of the bed all the way back to the back of the bed is 18.8, and it's 7 foot 8 wide. So I had to cut 4 inches off a 8 foot sheet.
Heck yeah!
So. And I welded, see it then, it's just built like a mobile home where it's got the runners that come out, little triangular runners that the boards sit on.
Yeah.
Well, I took some of this, I think it's like highway department looks like the signs that they use, the bars, the metal holes drilled in it. I run it all the way down, connecting all the runners together and in the center there to give it support, connect all of it together. And to give me a place to put my tie downs.
Heck yeah.
But I think it'll be a nice little trailer. So I get some tires on it. That's all it lacks. It's just tires. And get out from underneath these daggum trees.
Yeah.
Got a brand new jack. Of course, you can see it was a camper because it had the dual twin bottles right there. But
you know what I'd do right there? Take that plate that them bottles used to mount on off and get you one of them toolboxes that angle to the front and bolt it down for your straps and stuff to go in so your straps are always with the trailer.
Yeah, they put me a lock on it. I don't know what's happened to my board. That was a fresh board, and it's got black on it. You can see it. Just in that one spot. I don't know what's happened there.
I don't know.
I mean, it's got no trees above it. It's got these over here, and then it's got the pine back there, but don't have nothing above it right there. I don't know. It's just black in that one little spot. Who knows? My donut. He does it pretty good.
Yeah, Peeper's going to beat you.
I mow this yard. She don't take care of it. Screw that.
No, she going to beat you for doing the donut without her.
Yeah. I'd do it in their truck too, but it's full all-wheel drive.
The only way you do it with that truck
It
is
wouldn't
if it
do
was icy on the ground.
Or pull the front drive shaft out, and that's too much work.
Oh, Lord. We ain't gonna tear the truck up, paper.
I
We
guess
just gonna have
someone
fun with it.
She's already in there commenting.
She says, "Leave my
can't
poor
see it.
truck alone."
I'll put it to y'all like this. I know y'all's gonna wonder. Some of y'all that actually want to know. Finished this Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. I finished it and got it all running.
Yeah.
2 quarts low on oil today.
Ooh.
And it's not leaking.
It's not leaking.
Oh, that's not good.
No foaming or oil in the water.
No. I know what it is. I screwed up, and I should have done what I should have done, but I ran out of money. So I should have just went through the whole engine, and I didn't. The new pressure on the rings has pushed it. It's pushing it past the rings now.
Oh.
I reused the bottom end on them new heads, and it's got too much compression now.
Yeah, bypassing the rings.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I did what I could with the money I had, and I sunk a little over $400 into that engine. And, well, I did what I could with it, so I'm just going to keep oiling it. I just checked it, because I know it wasn't leaking, and I wanted to know around how the engine was doing, and I checked it before I left work, and I put 2 quarts in it to get it back full.
How long was it not running for, Matt?
It stopped Thursday. I tore it apart Friday or Thursday afternoon, took the head off of it. So it'd be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days.
All right.
Yeah, he tore the motor apart basically down to a short block and brought it back up.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it put it back together, but I wasn't sure how long it had been apart for.
Yeah, it just happens. I mean, I was scared of that happening, but I did with what finances I had. So,
hey, I understand that part.
What grade oil you running, Matt?
What now?
What weight oil are you running?
What weight oil you running?
1040.
Yeah. What year is the motor? Like what era is it?
That's an 82 motor, ain't it?
It's anywhere from a 80, I think it's at 80 to 85 or 86 block 305 HO.
Yeah. So do you run different weights throughout the year, like different weight oil summer to winter?
Try that again.
Do you run
different weight oil?
Well, see, I don't know that I didn't screw up because I put that Prolong stuff in there. And that Prolong stuff, which it shouldn't have hurt it. It should have been broke in, but it keeps it from wearing is what it says. It's an anti-wear additive.
It just sounds like a really thin oil, Matt, for that older motor.
Why is my camera off? Try that again.
It just sounds like a really thin weight oil. Like my 308 Holden motor, I was running a 4070 in it.
I mean, that's what it calls for is a 10W30 or 10W40.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't notice any smoking before, but I mean, you're talking about heads that were worn and leaking, and
Yeah.
But
You could try a heavier weight oil to take up a bit of the experience.
But here's the thing. Where's the smoke?
Yeah, that's what's confusing me because there ain't no smoke coming out the exhaust. Where's the oil going?
Well, just because you can't see
Got that little bit there,
smoke
but
doesn't mean it's not there.
I mean, I think it's happening under load when you're running down the road,
Maybe.
and that's why you ain't seeing it.
Yeah.
That is one possibility. Might be a very slow burn. I'm not.
Yeah, it'd probably be more under load.
I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm just trying to.
Hey, Matt. When you get to work tomorrow and you get some time or after work or whatever, put it up on the lift and make sure it ain't coming out from somewhere underneath that you're just not seeing.
It's not. I mean, I've seen a little bit on the front crank seal, and I may take it back down this coming weekend and try to replace it because I was a little worried about that. But I don't think there's not that much oil coming out of that front seal.
If there was 2 quarts out in a week, less than a week,
it'd be all over the place.
The whole oil pan and everything would be covered, especially
and it's
on
not.
the front seal.
Yeah.
There's none on the back seal or anything?
No, there's a little bit like right here. We can see where it's kind of splashing.
Yeah.
But there's nothing anywhere else. So, I mean, it's just sitting there purring like a kitten.
Well, I have a radical idea. Can you set up your camera inside inside the engine compartment, point it at where you think it's coming from, and then take it down the road a little bit?
That only camera I got is my phone.
Oh.
See, it has no blow-by. When I take this off, there's no blow-by.
How about, like Craig said, on the harmonic balancer, does it have a worn groove on the neck of it any?
See, I bought the kit that comes with the sleeve.
I didn't understand what you said. You kind of broke up a little bit.
It comes with the sleeve that takes. Did you hear me?
No, your signal broke you up a little bit.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. This harmonic balancer, I bought the kit that come with the sleeve that you slide over the crank, the harmonic balancer that seals, it gives it a new surface to seal on.
Gotcha.
So it shouldn't be leaking. I did get my oil pressure gauge fixed, but that's not worth anything if you can't drive the car. I'm gonna drive it. I don't care.
As long as it's holding oil pressure and you can make sure it still has plenty of oil in it, I'd drive it.
Hey, Craig, how you doing?
Only thing I can do.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to ask Matt if did you Loctite that sleeve on the harmonic balancer?
Yes. Red Loctite.
Okay. I bet that Loctite didn't cure.
Huh?
I bet that Loctite didn't cure and that sleeve is leaking.
No, I crushed the seal. I know what happened. But it's not pouring 2 quarts out of it. I know why it's leaking.
There, Hot Rod.
It's leaking because when I was tapping the seal in, for some reason, it got pushed too far in the center and it kind of rippled it a little bit.
Yeah, but you've driven that to work back and forth how many times? 3 or 4 days?
Since Monday.
I bet you leaked 2 quarts of oil through that harmonic balancer if that high volume oil pump.
I'd be all over the place.
Yeah,
It's
but
not,
the fresh oil, it's not even getting a chance to be dirty, brother. So you're not really seeing the oil. It's there, but you're not really seeing it. I bet if you pull that dampener off there, replace that seal, and that sleeve will probably be loose. I bet the Loctite didn't seal on it.
I mean, it went on there real tight.
That balancer out of that.
No, I mean, it's not it wouldn't be a hard deal to do. It's just it's a few minutes and taking the belts off. But I don't think the sleeve is fun like you're thinking, because it went. I put the Loctite on it, and it went. I had to tap it on there with a wood block pretty hard to get it sealed.
Yeah, and it could have been a bad seal to start with anyway.
Well, when I know that seal is probably defective, or not defective, but when I tapped it in there, the socket I was using was the same size, but some reason it got cocked to the side. And I don't know how, but it went too far in the center, and it kind of pulled the center of the seal inward, which changes. It doesn't allow it to seal. And I knew it was going to be a problem, but I told her, I said, well, I'll just drive it. I'll start it and drive it for a while. If it starts leaking, I'll just replace it. I knew it was probably going to be a problem, but I'm worried that now I've created a whole nother problem.
No. What you say, Hillbilly, Kane?
I don't think your rings are leaking. I mean, if your rings are leaking, it would do it under an idle a lot more than it would do it under a load.
And it would have smoke coming out the exhaust if it was the rings.
That's what I would think. I mean, because even when I shower down on it, when I'm stomping the gas, when I was driving home, you might see a little puff, but I don't see a lot of smoke coming out of it. I seen some black smoke pop out, but just because I was hammering on it and it put all that fuel in there. But
that's carbon. That's not oil. Oil is white smoke, and you'll know it. It'll fog you out. If the rings are blowing by, it'll do it more in idle than it will under load.
I don't know. I know 2 quarts of oil went somewhere, and the bottom of the car is not wet.
If it's slinging it on the road as you're driving, though, it's not going to be wet underneath the bottom, I don't think.
Yeah, of course not.
Hey, Matt, did you replace the oil filter when you did the rebuild?
Yes.
Did you fill the filter with oil before you put it on, or?
Yes. Also, the car was not started. I pumped it with a drill, pumped everything up full of oil before the engine started, made sure it had plenty of oil pressure before, and bled the lifters out of all the air before every one of them before I started that engine. So it had oil pressure before I started it.
Yeah. Because that'll be the only other thing you can do is just monitor it from now on and see if the oil usage changes, whether it gets less.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all might be right. Y'all might be onto something there. I didn't even think about that.
Matt, do a compression test. If your rings are leaking, your compression test will be 0.
I mean, because you might be onto something there. I didn't think about that. I mean, I bled it. I bled everything, but running that engine afterwards might have dropped the oil level a lot, putting it in the pocket to the engine.
That's what I'm thinking, Matt.
Like I said, if you do a compression test, you'll know if your rings are sealing.
Because when I built my 302 I had in my car, I filled it up, made sure it was full of oil, did like you did, hooked the drill to where the distributor goes in and spun the oil pump, made sure fluid through the whole motor and all, got everything set up and run. I probably had a quart of oil I had to add to it over the first couple weeks because it kept getting lower and lower.
I see in the chat, Polar Bear says do a leak down test.
Leak down test the radiator.
What now?
Put a coolant pressure tester on it, and then also do a leak down test on your cylinders.
Yeah, I don't have a leak down tester. I've got a compression tester, but it won't work on my air hose for leak down tester.
Don't they run them out?
It's got that one-way valve to where it won't do a leak down, will it?
Well, no, the fitting that's made onto the hose will not hook to my air hose. It's a little bigger fitting than my air hose will take.
Oh, it's got the heavy-duty quick connect connector on it.
Well, it looks the same, but they've made it different so that you cannot use that in an air hose type situation. It's only made to go on the fitting for the compression tester.
Yeah.
I think a simple compression test is about the rings anyway.
I mean, it runs good. All that oil consumption just got me a little concerned.
Won't you run it and drive it each day and check it every day and see if it's still leaking down?
Well, see,
if it's just that seal on the front doing a little bit of leak and it's slinging oil all up in the motor, getting it coated back like it was.
Yeah, when I got home, I checked it just to see if it dropped any, and I didn't see any. I seen the oil got a little higher just because it got hot and expanded a little bit, but it didn't lose any.
Drive it every day and check it every afternoon and see if you're losing any.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'll be doing.
I think Trax is onto something though. I think I didn't even think about all the valleys and crevices in that engine having to have oil in them and setting.
Yep.
And it may have just filled everything up and then it dropped that much.
Yeah, because you've rolled that motor over so many times and cleaned it and all that it was vacant of oil everywhere.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a drop of oil in that engine. I promise you that. I mean, there was some. I mean, I sprinkled some all over the parts and stuff, but there wasn't none in it. I got all of it out.
Yeah.
I mean, the oil's crystal clear. Like, there's no dirt in it whatsoever. And, you know,
at the auto store to test that, Greg.
Craig is right, too. I mean, it's going to be hard to see that oil because it's clear.
Yeah.
Don't have any dirt in it.
Well, and the other thing, too, is you might have a passage through the head gasket or something and it's not allowing that oil to drain back down from the valve covers.
Or not as easily drain completely down.
So
if it's got a smaller hole, it could be holding.
You might not be getting all the oil back down to the bottom. I've seen that happen before, too. You get the oil up in the valve cover, it just sits there, you take the valve cover off, and it's just sitting on top of the head.
I mean, I'll check all that tomorrow. I'll put a light in the valve cover because I can get in the valve covers. Just take a look in there and see.
Yeah, because you're an open oil fill thing, don't it? It don't have that baffle underneath that does it.
No.
Well, at least you can look that away.
That'll tell me there, but I'll probably try to get another seal and put another seal in that crank. I was worried about that seal anyways. But I see the oil. There's oil coming out from that general direction. So, I mean, it's got to be coming from that seal. There's no other possible way it could come out there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It could be sprinkling oil everywhere down there. But, I mean, there's no way for it to come up top because the water pump's in the way.
Yeah.
So it would just drain back down and hit the ground. Or spray all over the road as you're driving it.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, is that you can check all your oil pan bolts, make sure the oil pan's tight, because sometimes those gaskets, if they're all one piece, or they meet up with the front bearing cap, sometimes you'll get a little bit of leak there.
And see, that's what's odd about it, though, is because I've already checked all that. Nothing's wet there. It's just wet on the frame rail and over on the oil pump, the fuel pump side where I put the fuel pump. And like all over the hoses, the radiator hose and stuff, like where it would be slinging from that seal, but it's not wet on the bottom of the oil pan because I put my hand down there and tried to feel for oil and there's none there.
And the other thing I think you should check is that, you took the fuel pump out of there and put that plate on there, that oil might be sitting back there where the fuel pump would normally be.
I didn't think about that. It could have filled that pocket full of some oil too.
It could be leaking there if you don't have a good gasket seal on that. That's a chrome plate.
Well, it's a brand new gasket.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a thick gasket. I made sure I had it on there right. But that's another possibility too, is that fuel pump's not in there now, so that could be holding some oil as well. I think Trax has got most of it. I think he's about right on that. I think it may have just filled some areas up in the block where it's holding it. Yep. Where normally it would hold oil and you'd never see it during an oil change. And I'm just noticing it because, I've just checked it after running it for a little bit after it being dry.
Yep.
I think I might have a mixture of it. I might actually have some of the seal leaking as well. Maybe took a quart out and the other quart got hid in the engine. Who knows?
I mean, hold some oil, and they were bone dry when you started it. So,
not when I started it. Not when I started the engine, they weren't, because I pumped that thing until it pumped every bit of air out of those lifters.
Yeah, but anytime about the little crevices would be holding the oil and all.
Oh yeah. So
that's.
Yeah, I made sure the lifters had no air in them whatsoever before I did it. And I had one that was being a pest, and I almost burnt 2 drills up trying to get it pumped up, and finally got it to go. But I made sure there was no air coming out of those lifters, and they were all bleeding oil before I even attempted to put the motor in.
Where the fuel pump mounts on the side and goes up in there, how big of a pocket is that in there?
It's a pretty big pocket.
Yeah, it's
that can hold a pretty good bit of. That probably hold what, maybe a quarter of a quart,
maybe
up at least.
So,
because where that push rod comes off the
I didn't even think about that, but I mean that's what they make those for. I mean, people do them all the time. I don't think it hurts anything. It just takes the push rod off the cam.
Yeah,
it's just going to hold some oil that I didn't think about.
Yep.
Whoa, popcorn.
I don't know. I may not have as much problem as I thought.
Messing around with it.
Sometimes you just have to sit back, take a deep breath, and say, "All right, let's see what's going on here," and then go from there.
I'll be right back, fellas.
We'll talk to you guys too.
Like I said, Matt, the easiest way to check your rings though is just to do a compression test.
Like Puller just said, it could be only pushing past the front seal at high RPM, and the fan's blowing the oil away, not getting on the oil pan and stuff.
Yep, the fan could be blowing it straight down to the road.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna do the seal regardless. That seal's probably not that much, probably a couple dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably about $4 or $5 for one of them seals.
I'll have to get the one for the oversized deal and make sure that thing hasn't spun, but I'm almost positive it didn't, because that thing was, I mean, I had to put some force into that hammer with that block of wood to get it to go on there. And I know it went on there straight because I made sure it seated all the way around the crank. Because I have seen where you can put those on and they'll go crooked and they'll cause a leak like crazy. And I just don't see a seal grabbing that and twisting it. I mean, I'm not saying it won't, but I've just never seen one spin. And if it went on there real loose, I'd be like, well, yeah, of course. But this thing, I had to put it on there. I had to drive it on like it should be.
Yeah.
Hey, Mudster.
I can't see the chat, so hi, everyone. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm just worried. You know, it's just it's little stuff like that makes you worry really bad. Like when that oil pressure gauge quit, man.
Your butthole went to puckering tight, didn't it?
That was a nerve-wracking moment of 2 days like that. And I got in there this afternoon and found that when I pulled the line out to run it outside the car to get more line so I could put it on my engine outside the car, I kinked the line. When I put it back in, it kinked behind the dash, and I pulled the dash out and fixed it. That's all it was. It was just I noticed it had to be that because
copper line.
Well, no, it was plastic. It was the nylon line, but if it was copper, I'd had to buy a new one. I just left the nylon back in there, kind of just massaged it back and put an extra little bit in there so it wouldn't kink again. And it works fine now. It was holding oil pressure when you shut the engine off. And I'm like, that ain't right. That's supposed to drain back down. It works now, so I'm not griping about it.
At least it wasn't something major.
No, I knew it wasn't because when I popped the hood, as soon as it dropped, I pulled over and I popped the hood, and that line was full of oil, clear oil. You could see it, and if it dropped oil pressure, it had air bubbles in it.
Yep.
So I knew it either had to be the gauge or it had to be a kink, and I figured it's probably a kink because the gauge never gave me a lick of problems until I pulled on it to try to get more out of the firewall to get it on that engine.
Puller said check with AutoZone or some of the other places about renting or borrowing a leak down tester. I know O'Reilly's here has the Lona tool thing. You put a deposit down, they let you borrow the tool, and then when you bring it back, as long as nothing's messed up on it, you get your deposit back.
Yeah, I may check with them tomorrow and see if they got one. The thing is, I probably won't be able to mess with it till tomorrow night anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, that won't be an issue. I mean, we do all of our business with AutoZone down there. So, I mean, they won't have an issue with loaning us a tool and just giving it back when we're done.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that it's more along the lines of I may not have as bad rings as I thought. It runs too good to have bad rings.
Yeah.
I just may have my mind wasn't right and not thinking that it's going to fill all those pockets full of oil and I'm going to have to add some.
Well, noticing that much oil loss on a fresh motor, you're automatically going to think, oh, God, it's not right.
Well, I mean, I know all the valve seals and everything went in right. I know for sure because I reground the valves and everything. I mean, they were all seated. All new seals, all new O-rings on top of the caps, on the cups, and underneath the clips. I mean, I made sure I did it, everything, replaced everything, didn't take no shortcuts, but I didn't do the rings. I didn't do bearings because I didn't have the money for a crank kit, and I didn't have the money for pistons and rings.
Yeah. But them cylinders look too good on the inside to have to go back through with new rings and all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too when I tore it apart. I was like, you still see the cross hatching.
If you still see the cross hatching, that thing didn't have hardly no miles on the bottom end.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm not blaming that stuff that I put in it. I mean, if anything, it probably helped. I didn't think about the spaces that I covered up filling full of oil.
Yeah.
Deleting the oil pump and stuff. I mean, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because that thing probably holds a quarter to half a quart of oil in there.
Yep. And all the little recesses in the top of the head and everywhere else that because oil sits, it's gonna add up.
Yeah, I mean, because you got all the valve covers will hold oil, some oil, and then the valley of the valley will hold a lot of oil. It'll probably hold close to half to 3/4 of a quart in the top of the valley.
Yeah.
You got stuff that sits in your oil pump and your oil filter as well.
So, yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea to be thinking. I mean, but I'm not going to just ignore I'm going to keep checking it, and I'm going to make sure that it's not losing anymore. And that was the idea anyways. I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't know. I had to talk about it. It's going to bug me.
It's better to get it off your chest and let it keep building.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
We're always here for you, brother. You know that.
Huh?
We're always here for you, brother. You know that.
I know.
Yep.
It bothers me, it bothers me because I spend over $400 of my hard-earned money on this engine to get it back right again.
Hell yeah, bro, Chacho.
And you just worry, It gets you worrying real quick, and you're wondering where those 2 quarts of oil went.
Yeah.
And if you think you see oil burning, your mind will make you see oil burning coming out of the back of the car.
Yeah.
Vegemite.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can have that crap all you want.
I've never had it. I've never ever had it.
You can buy it at World Market.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he must like it. I mean, that's probably something that he eats every day over there.
well, if you grow up with it, of course you're going to be used to it or might like it. I don't know. There's a lot of people that like this other product. It's called Marmite. It's supposed to be similar to Vegemite. Have you had Marmite, Trax?
Sure have, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not too bad. It's a bit stronger than Vegemite.
Is it really?
I
heard it was milder.
The closest I could get to Vegemite was when I smelled it, and I was like,
Well, I mean,
Here you go, Track that.
no, sir.
Well,
You
I'm
can have
nearly
all that
done,
you
mate.
want.
that is not Nutella.
It's not even close to Nutella, bud.
I got to put that down before I cut my finger off with that thing. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Got my new welding lead in today.
All I can say is, yes, you do. You do want some of that fudge. Ours is gone.
Right on.
Crystal had the bright idea to use it in the making of pancakes the other day, and now it's gone.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. She put it right in the batter, and she fried them up, and it was good. It was real good. We were like, wow, this is awesome. Oh, shameful, but awesome. Wow. Holy.
Hey, Craig.
Oh.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah, brother.
Yours and Kathy's envelope should be going out in the mail tomorrow, so y'all should have it. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday.
That'll work, brother.
And I am going to have to get another envelope and all, and get Captain another one sent to him, seeing how his post office wants to be stupid and loot stuff.
No, don't send another one yet, man, because I don't. Hang on, Jay.
Hey,
I'm gonna send you something right now in the Google Hangouts real quick.
I'm fixing to I got to get a hold of my buddy T and all. I'm fixing to have some more stickers made up, but I'm thinking about having 2 different colors made up at the same time.
Cold start.
Fire it.
Maybe not.
Battery dead? Or did you forget to hook the battery back up?
No, I ain't getting in there where the battery is. I promise you that. Y'all want to see where the battery is? Get your head in there. Way back here in the back. You can't see it. Yeah, that's right. You can't see it. Ooh.
At least nobody's stealing the battery.
No, they ain't stealing the battery. That's why I want to get some terminals on the outside so I can charge it. Because I think
Peeper, you can get the on Amazon and eBay.
Yep. You get it on Amazon, you can get it sent to your house.
You can also buy it at World Market.
We don't have one of them around here.
for anybody that's new, I'll turn on the lights.
Oh,
My goodness.
They look better in the dark. I'll shut the light off.
Fancy. No problemo.
I'm going to put my new ones on it where they change colors eventually. So I get off my butt. Keep the car running long enough where I can do it.
You got the one that, what is it? What is it, 30-something color change or 200-something change? Or
yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
You can do any color you want, basically.
Jay, did you put your invitation in there?
Huh?
Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna delete that one. We already have one set up. I didn't even freaking. I'm stupid. Here.
I gotta. As soon as I can, I'm gonna get a video of where I'm doing with those stickers. I think y'all like it. And everybody that wants to send me a sticker, feel free. Eventually, someday, I'll get my own. I'll be able to send y'all some. I've got ideas. I just don't know how I'm going to get them done yet.
Justin, I've got your address from where you sent me stickers before, and that's what I went off of to mail you the one I mailed you.
Got the one, though. Look at the numbers and make sure.
Give me 1 second. Let me dig out my envelope clusters. And my dogs is out there going stupid for some reason. I'll have to go check on them in a minute.
I'm loving these door
Might be a
pops.
squirrel.
No, that's Florida.
It's so nice to be able to open the doors.
Sometimes I wish I was in Florida.
Yep.
We all do.
That's the one I used,
Okay.
Captain.
Peace out, follow.
You have the
Follow
right
Ed.
address. And I'm going to do the same thing for Anthony because I'm expecting mail from y'all, and I ain't seen either one.
Well, like I said, I sent all of them out at the same time.
Plus, there was an
And-
envelope that I got from Jacko over in the UK. I got Jacko's envelope, and the whole edge of it was torn open, and I'm surprised the stickers are still in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All it is a couple of stickers in an envelope. How could that possibly interest anybody?
Yeah. Have a good one there, Polar Bear.
Good night, Ed. We'll see you.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Little spoiler on Peeper's next video. Don't mind the cat. Just a quick glimpse.
Uh-huh. A little teaser.
Man, that thing looks kind of nice.
Yeah, I saw the progress on that one. It's looking good.
Well, I figured out a way to do the brake on the fat side. Whoa. You sitting in front of a van, Matt?
So you go on front brakes, tractor?
Nope. I already got the braking all built and all. I got an 8-inch rotor mounted to a jack shaft with the brake and all, but I figured out how to do the actual brake handle instead of using a foot brake. I'm actually going to use a hand brake. And
Yep.
Stacy was worried that I wouldn't be able to, get enough throw with that hand brake to activate the brake on that mechanical caliper and all to stop it. I'm going to work what they call a cam mechanism on it. The cable's going to go down and hook into a bracket, and I'm going to have a piece that's shaped like an L that when I hit the brake, it pulls up. But I'm going to have the other part that pulls off of it to the shaft off the back where the caliper is, hooked to the other part of it, and I can adjust the different I will have different holes in it for making the throw different to where you barely can touch the brake handle and it's going to fully engage that brake. I'm going to have it where it's double adjustable.
We'll see you, Mick.
Have a good one, Mick.
There, Mick.
And I don't know if y'all's interested, but I was thinking about doing a live stream Tuesday nights.
Hey, I'm always down for a live stream Tuesday night if you're doing it.
I tried one. It was like a little test stream the other day, and like a lot of people seem to be interested, so I'll probably start doing them Tuesday nights.
All right.
Probably around 6 my time, Central Time.
6 Central, so that'll be 7 Eastern. Cool.
So that's probably what I'll do because that's about the time I get home, and we'll see if I got something to work on or something.
Gotcha.
We'll just sit and talk,
Heck yeah. Mudster, yes, I did find out for that bolt size for that brake piece. If I ain't mistaken, it's just like you thought it was. It's the 1/4 28 thread on that thing. Trouble is, I can't find no place that's got a 1/4 28. So I'm fixing to do something different. I'm going to drill that bad boy out, and I took a 1/4 20 bolt that's a little bit long, and the head of the bolt I flattened off on two sides, and I'm going to pull that pin out, and I'm going to slide that bolt through the hole all the way through and run a nut from the outside up to it so I can actually do adjustment, tinker with it a little bit there. And I'm going to weld me a piece of 1/4 inch rod to the end of that bolt to run to the front to hook to the cam mechanism for the brake lever and all. Yeah, I do, but I went by there and Tractor Supply. Neither one of them had a 1/4 28 bolt. So I'm just going to bypass it and do without it. I drilled a thing out to where the bolt, 1/4 20 bolt will slide through it, and I can just put a nut on there to lock it in place. Because all it's got to do is pull. It ain't like you pushing against it with a brake pedal or anything. So that bolt going through it and then welding a rod to the end of it, all it's got to do is pull that little bar. Good to go. What you say, toolbox?
Would y'all be interested in like a Saturday afternoon stream, like 5 o'clock? Not 5 o'clock, like noon to whenever.
Hey, it's whatever's convenient for you, brother.
I mean, Saturday I know I'd be able to do it. I'm off on off the weekends. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is anybody doing one Saturday? It's not night, but like
during the day. I don't know if anybody doing any during the midday.
Would that affect anybody? I mean, it might affect tracks. I know it's probably dark there when that's happening.
Yeah, well, I think I'm about 14 hours ahead of you guys, thereabouts. Because it's 10 to 11 Friday morning here.
Yes, you're 14 hours ahead, and You Dizzy 1969 has a live stream that he does from 4:30 to 6:30 on Saturdays usually. But you take it upon your discretion whenever you would like to do a live stream. Do a live stream.
Yep. I say whenever it's most convenient for you, Matt, and I'll be there. You just have to let me know what time you're doing it, and I will be there.
I don't know. We might try one Saturday and see if it works. And if it works, then we'll try to shoot for 12 here, and we'll try it. And if it works, if it doesn't seem to work for everybody, then we might try like Tuesday night and see if it works better for everybody. I don't want to leave anybody out.
Okay.
I look at it like this: whatever is most convenient for you.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I randomly live stream, so
I'm the same.
And this is, I think, my third live stream on a schedule, so I set a new record.
I don't schedule nothing.
Yeah, my shifts are all over the shop. I work basically every day of the week here and there, and different shifts, mornings, nights. So I can't have a set time for mine.
What you say, Client Graphics?
Horse
shop.
Hey, Client.
I don't know. I just asked the audience, I just asked y'all what y'all think.
Hey, I'm down like 4 flats on a lowrider.
If I'm around or awake, even if I'm at work, I'll jump in and say hi when I can.
Sounds good to me. We'll give it a shot, like I said, and see if it's going to work out. I can't expect a lot of turnout the first time, but just have to try it.
Yep.
Cut it loose and see what happens, all I can say.
I mean, because 12 o'clock, Saturdays works better for me because I know dang well I could have something ready to work on.
Yeah. Just got to have your camera going and then have people out there reading what everybody's chatting and saying.
Chat.
That's the only problem I have about trying to do a live stream out there when I'm trying to work, because I can never read chat and work at the same time, and I ain't got nobody here to read the chat for me. So I'm pretty much, my live streams is pretty much going to be stuck in here, I guess, until I can find somebody to read the chat for me.
You do a pretty good job of it.
I do what I can. I just ain't figured out how to do a live stream with Hangouts out there under the carport without a computer out there. Unless I fire it up in here, then jump on my phone and go outside. Which, hang on a sec. Let's see if I can find my old phone. There it is.
Harold Fisher, how you doing?
What'd you say, Harold?
How you doing?
Hello.
I ain't got no service on my old phone, but I wonder if I could hook into the Wi-Fi and get on YouTube to do to see what chat is on my old phone.
I have no idea.
I'm fixing to find out.
I think as long as it has internet connection, you
it's possible. I don't like phones. I don't want anything to do with cell phones if I could help it.
Well, I can't go without one. I ain't gonna lie.
I could go very nicely without one, but I like emergency purposes and things and like whatever. Other than that, no, the phone can take a hike. And I wish more people would just like throw their phone in the toilet and flush.
the only way I got to talk to you guys.
Yep.
Because I don't have a computer or anything like that.
Okay, well, you have to have a phone then.
I mean, we don't have a computer.
I'm on a desktop computer. I don't need a phone. Screw that. I don't need no phone. No, get out of here. All that thing does is freaking give me telemarketing. Ah!
That's what it's good for.
Yeah. One thing I have found out when them telemarketers call you, and it's that computer that calls you and all, and it says, please hold for important message or whatever.
For nothing.
Just no. Hit your number pad thing and just keep hitting 9 until it hangs you up. It takes your number out of their call banks.
Oh no, I just block them anyway. They call back and they can call all they want. The number ain't gonna get like the call ain't gonna get through.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
That's what I do.
Call with a different number anyway, so
yeah. Every time I call, I know I'm like, I don't know you, fool. Block.
But if I didn't block them, there'd be 100 of them calling me right now.
If I don't recognize the number, I don't pick up.
You see, I already have a 5 head where I've been ripping my hair out, so I'd be way back here already.
What? Good God.
My purse. I don't know you.
Oh.
Good Lord.
I'm done with the only one cackling.
Somebody busting out with a Bobby Hill over there. What are you doing?
I'm glad Captain Jerk got that.
That's awesome. I haven't heard that in a while.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, I might jump out. I've got a bit to do before I go to work in an hour or so.
All right,
Trax. Yeah, it ain't gonna be much longer. I'm gonna be closing this thing down.
Thanks for having me.
Take care, Zach.
Coming in.
Brother.
they're on, bud.
That's right.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
The wife wanted to know if she could get another sneak peek.
That's up to Tiff. Yeah, I guess.
Come here.
Not at second. Well, I just did it.
Hold on.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. You got to turn the camera on. Cool. Very cool.
Hey. Oh,
What?
Gristle. Look.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, that's good.
I like that toolbox. Heck yeah.
Familiar to you? Was that one of the ones that you did? Or is it the same color? Never mind.
Y'all see what toolbox said? He said when a telemarketer calls, just answer the phone and yell, "Don't worry, boss. The body's getting disposed of."
I'm done with the blood everywhere.
Yeah, or I'm done, but there's blood everywhere. What do I do?
Yeah, that's another good one.
Hey, man, you got the stuff?
You got the stuff. You got the stuff,
Add
man.
more lime. Add more lime.
Yeah, I got to charge it up, but I think that's gonna work. If I do decide to go outside, I can use my old phone for the actual reading off the text and all, and then my new phone for the camera. Yeah, that ought to work. But yeah, I think it's about time to call it a night. It's, let's see, 9 o'clock. We've been on here, what, 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, if you say so.
Yeah.
I'm keeping track.
He's been right on for the ride.
1 minute, 1 hour 51.
We'll stay on for just a few more minutes. Try to give it an even 2 hours. Yeah.
Well, if I'm keeping track, it's 157 actually, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Close enough.
Not a big deal.
But yeah. I got out there today and I was putting stuff together and all. Went to the Tractor Supply, got the bolts and stuff to bolt the motor down to that motor mount plate and all. Got everything hooked up, the exhaust hooked back up. Went to run the chain and looked at it and went, "Dadgummit, not enough chain." It went around the drive sprocket good, went across the back, and just crested the top of the daggum jack shaft sprocket and stopped. I'm like, well, there's half a chain. So I want to wait the next week to finish all that up. But that gives me time to work on the brake mechanism and get all that finalized. And the only thing I don't like about that rotor that I got is where the keyway goes through. It don't have a set screw over the top of the keyway to lock the 1/4-inch key pin in place. That's the only thing I don't like about it. The hubs that I bought to weld the sprockets to for the jack shaft, it's actually got a set screw on the key itself. That hub don't. The only thing I can think of is possibly drill it and tap it and all, and put my own in it. It's the only thing I can think of. I just don't know if that'll throw it off very much.
I wouldn't think so.
Kane, I don't really like messing with JB Weld too much. The only thing other than that I was thinking about is actually it's an aluminum axle and it's got a metal key. What I thought about doing is take my MIG welder and just put a little spot weld on the end of one key and let it cool, push it up through the hub or through the rotor, and when it comes out the other side, just put a little spot weld on it again so it can actually slide side to side and all, but it can't pull all the way through, so it'll stay in place that way. I thought about doing that. Then if I have to change anything or whatever, I can actually come back in later with a flat disc and just grind that little bit of weld off and push it out one way.
Later, client.
Have a good one, client.
Later, client.
But I figured that'd be easy, you know, just 2 little spot welds on the top of it, and that'll keep it from pulling all the way through.
And a dip.
Yep. Then I got to see about borrowing a Sawzall so I can cut the ends of that aluminum axle off because it sticks out too far on each side. They didn't have a 12-inch wide axle, so I had to order a 14.
You need a reciprocator.
Well, I got a porta-band, but I kind of got it mounted as a bandsaw, vertical bandsaw or horizontal bandsaw or something. I don't remember. I got it standing up on end with a flat where the little pin used to come out the bottom. I got a plate set up there, so I can use it like a bandsaw for cutting up stuff instead of a porta-band that you can just cut anything with.
So you shot yourself in the foot?
Nah. Yeah, Kathy, I think Christine likes her bike a lot, and she's fixing to like what I'm fixing to send them a lot, too, because it's for her bike.
Yep, that bike is definitely very nice.
That air cleaner I showed you the picture of in Hangouts, Craig?
Yep.
It'll fit her bike perfect, so I'm fixing to mail that to her to go on her bike because it's red and will match that red and white theme that's already on it.
Yeah, that's a nice air cleaner, no doubt.
It's just it won't work for the 212, and it definitely won't work for that 14 horse. It won't let it pull enough air. So, yeah, y'all, I think we've been on here long enough. I've enjoyed it. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us, but I think we're going to call it a night, and I got 5 head of dogs to deal with tonight. So, yeah. I got my 2 dogs. I got to take care of my mom's 3 dogs while she's at my sister's house. So, a lot of stuff.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks for having me, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Tomorrow, Matt.
Yep.
Keep your chin up, brother. Love y'all. We'll see you.
All right.
Thanks
Everybody
for having
be
me,
good.
Kathy.